the game.
Yeah, like
when Jay-Z say can't leave rap alone, the game needs me. You know, we're in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but yeah. That is a good way, but I mean,
I seen you retiring.
The offer
I seen
still
you
too
retiring,
far.
but I got you coming back though, because you know what I mean. Like the game too big, and you know what I mean.
Too, because it is like I don't know. I would say I love the game and shit like that, because I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling like I've been on my shit.
And then you hope Tank, I know he's announced that he's retiring at the end of 2025. I don't know if you believe that or not, but
I don't know. I thought he was very sincere. In you know, I mean, like sometimes the hunger,
fed up with
maybe, but boxing can do that to you. I think in general. So I think that maybe he wants to do something different with his life. We can only look after our own, and that's Shakur Stevenson. And for me, Schofield, Zepeda, Tank. That's the plan for 2025. And if we were to do that, I think Shakur against Tank is one of the best fights in boxing. Two unbelievable fighters.
After the Lamont Roach fight, Gervonta Davis revealed that his retirement is approaching. He emphasized staying grounded and delivering great performances, but admitted he wants to focus on himself and take a break while not retiring immediately. Davis made it clear that stepping away from boxing is definitely on his mind.
Feel about you, where you are at right now in your career, pound for pound?
I mean, I can't really say. I just gotta, you know, I'm the type of guy that, you know, I really don't really like pay attention to that because I'm still in the mix. So I just gotta keep my head grounded, you know, stay grounded and just. My whole goal was always to go out there and put on a great performance, like every night, you know. So I can't really say right now because I'm still in the mix. Like I said, but hopefully, when it's all said and done, I'll be one of them top great fighters.
How soon is it going to be before you're done? Because on several occasions, it's almost like you're alluding to you only have but so many fights left. You're looking to walk away from the game. How close are you to that, being undefeated and unblemished with some big fights out there for you to get?
It's close for sure. It just I don't know. It's a little draining. I just want to step back for a little bit and just focus on me personally. You know, I feel like I've been doing this for some time now, and I just want to give myself a break and focus on just me as a human being, me as a father, me as a son, and things like that. And that nature.
Tank Davis has clarified his stance on retirement, emphasizing that he still loves boxing. He stated that he is not officially retiring, but simply wants to take a break. This comes after a period of intense competition and relentless training. Camps Davis recognizes the toll that boxing takes on a fighter both physically and mentally, and believes stepping away for a while will allow him to reach charge, while some speculate that he is losing interest in the sport. Tank insists that his passion remains strong. He just wants time to refocus before making his next.
The game.
Like
when Jay-Z say can't leave rap alone, the game needs me. You know, we're in Brooklyn.
That is a good way, but I mean,
I seen you retiring.
The offer still too far.
But I got you coming back though, because you know what I mean. Like the game too big, and you know what I mean.
Too, because it is like I don't know. I would say I love the game and shit like that because I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling like I've been on my shit lately. You know what I mean? These last couple weeks. You know what I mean? And training camp and just actually been in a good space. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say I will retire for a long time, but take a little break. You know what I mean? I want to go back to school and things like that. Just feel myself.
What you want to study?
Business plan.
What? Any sponsorships you looking to get?
Need a mattress.
Yeah, man.
After his fight with Lamont Roach, Davis finds himself with multiple potential opponents. However, the fight that fans seem most eager to see is against Shakur Stevenson. Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. weighed in on the discussion, reminding everyone that Shakur should recognize that Tank is a different kind of fighter. Jones emphasized that while Stevenson is skilled and highly technical, Davis brings a unique power and explosiveness that sets him apart. Many believe that a matchup between these two would be one of the most anticipated fights in recent years, but whether it actually happens remains to be seen.
For him, but the big one they keep on talking about is against Shakur Stevenson, maybe and possibly Devin Haney.
how would you think those two fights would go for Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson?
The only fight I want to see right now would be Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson.
Why is that?
Because Shakur's still on the winning road, on the winning streak, and so is Gervonta. We don't want to see you fight a guy who lost already. Well, I mean, not that he lost, but we don't want to see you fight a guy we saw suffer whatever he suffered. We want to see you fight a guy that we know is at the peak. Devin Haney's now trying to refine himself. I don't want to see that fight. I want to see somebody that know where they at. Shakur know where he at. Once Devin finds himself, then we'll see that fight too. But right now, Shakur know where he at. Devin ain't sure right now.
People keep on saying that Shakur, his IQ in boxing, he's very tactical. His background could give problems to Tank Davis. Do you think that would be the key factor for Shakur Stevenson to beat Gervonta Davis?
Shakur Stevenson gonna be a problem for anybody because of that back foot game. He has an awesome back foot game. But when you got a good back foot game like that and you understand boxing like he understands it, he gonna make it rough for anybody. But Tank is a different animal too. So it's a great fight. That's why everybody want to see it. We can't just look at it and say, "Oh, he gonna win." Oh, he gonna win. No, we already know that Shakur gonna stay back. Tank got to gamble some to get what he wants, and that's gonna make it big.
Think Gervonta Davis can knock him out? So Shakur
Maybe.
Promoter Eddie Hearn has dismissed the idea that Davis is seriously considering retirement. He believes that Tank is too big of a star to walk away, now, especially without fighting Shakur Stevenson. According to Hearn, a fight between Davis and Stevenson is one of the biggest possible bouts in boxing today. He argues that Tank's career would feel incomplete if he retires without taking on one of the best in his division. Hearn remains convinced that Davis's so-called retirement talk is just a temporary phase and that the biggest fights are still ahead of him.
And then you hope Tank, I know he's announced that he's retiring at the end of 2025. I don't know if you believe that or not, but
I don't know. I thought he was very sincere. Sometimes the hunt
fed up with,
maybe, but boxing can do that to you, I think, in general. So I think that maybe he wants to do something different with his life. We can only look after our own, and that's Shakur Stevenson. And for me, Schofield, Zepeda, Tank. That's the plan for 2025. And if we were to do that, I think Shakur against Tank is one of the best fights in boxing. Two unbelievable fighters.
Shakur Stevenson responded to Davis's comments about retirement, saying that he understands why Tank might want to step away. Stevenson echoed a sentiment that many fighters have shared recently. Boxing has changed. He expressed frustration with the sport, saying that it used to be fun, but has now become too political. Stevenson feels that business interests and promotional conflicts often prevent the best fights from happening, making it hard for fighters like himself and Davis to truly enjoy the sport. His comments suggest that he sympathizes with Tank's mindset, even if he would still like to fight him in the ring.
More fights he's going to retire. Do you understand where Tank's coming from with his comments on that? Because you're someone that lives kind of the same lifestyle as Tank. You're under the same pressure. Do you see why he would maybe want to retire?
Oh yeah, I get it. I understand it. It's a lame ass game, dog. Like I think boxing has turned very lame. So it's a lot of politics. It ain't about what you know. It ain't about how good you is as a boxer. Sometimes it's like who you know. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand. That's on him.
Can you kind of go into more detail on that? Why do you feel like you feel a bit disillusioned with boxing at the moment?
I just feel like it ain't the same. Like back in the day, it was kind of like more fun just because it was more. It was more competitive. It was more competitive. A lot of people. Now it's like a lot of lame shit. It's a lot of clout. Like how you just said. What's the guy name?
Tito Mercado.
He make niggas like him make the shit lame because it's like, bro, you talking about fighting me, but you at 140, bro. You just calling my name out to get views. If a contract come across your desk, will you even fight me, bro? You never know with these dudes. So, I just think it's a lame game.
Has that changed your mindset? Because obviously you came up as an esteemed amateur. You probably want to unify divisions, become undisputed. Has that kind of changed your mindset a bit and flipped the coin to just say this is all about business now?
Yes. Yeah.
Kezin Davis has entered the conversation, asserting that he is Jant Davis's most worthy opponent. He made it clear that he doesn't chase fights just to add names to his resume. Instead, he claims that he fights people and takes their names, proving himself against the best in the division. Keen's confidence in his abilities suggests that he sees himself as a serious threat to Tank, and he wants to be the next in line for a major bout.
Lamont Roach, he's a good opponent, but he's not great for a Tank. Simply off the fact that because he's at 130 and he's been at 130 his entire career. Gervonta, I feel like, needs to fight a real 135 pounder, and I feel like the one that's making the most noise right now is Keyshawn, the businessman Davis.
So I'm not going to be like everyone else and ask you about your good friend Shakur fighting him.
Right.
But he does want that fight too. He was on our show a couple weeks ago. He's talked about he wants. So how does that work between you two? You're both going for the same guy.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be like honest with you. Like, I'm not chasing Tank. I don't care about Tank for real. I'm 13-0. Like, in the world, a lot of the world know me, you know, and that ain't come from me fighting names. That came from me kicking ass and taking names and taking belts. So literally, only thing I had to do is keep doing what I'm doing. A Gervonta Tank, me not fighting him is not gonna stop me continuing going to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. So I'm not chasing Tank. Let's put that out there. F Tank, for real. Tank know I want to fight him. His coach know I want to fight him. The boxing world know I want to fight him. The question is, do Tank have the balls to fight me? So next time one of y'all, somebody interviewing him, ask him that question. Do you have the balls to fight Keyshawn? Do you want to fight Keyshawn? Why don't you want to fight Keyshawn? Why do you want to fight Keyshawn? Ask him those questions. Don't ask me, because I will fight anybody. And it ain't about Tank.
Once again, Eddie Hearn has spoken about Tank's retirement talk, insisting that Davis still has too many opportunities left in boxing. According to Hearn, walking away now would be a mistake, because there are still major fights that could define Tank's legacy. He believes that Davis should take advantage of his current position as one of the sport's top stars. Retiring too soon, Hearn argues, would leave too many WH if it's an unfinished business in the sport.
You see time to time. Stephen Espinoza alluded to on Tuesday that he tried to talk to get a fight with Shakur. Was there any talks with Shakur and Tank getting in there?
No, I didn't. I mean, look, we've just been working with him recently, so I don't know how far back any conversations go. But for us, you know, the plan was always for Shakur to fight in December and then Zepeda. Shakur got injured, couldn't fight in December. Now he moves forward. Zepeda got injured, so now we're going to fight Schofield. Then we'll fight Zepeda. And then hopefully we fight Tank. I mean, that's the fight. I think that's one of the biggest fights.
What's your thoughts on him talking about he's going to retire?
Everyone's entitled to do what makes them happy. Do you know what I mean? If the hunger goes, sometimes that's the right thing to do. But, you know, for me, Tank is an extraordinary talent. He's a massive star. There's still plenty of big fights for him. And, you know, Lamont Roach is a good fight. Like, I know that not a lot of people have heard of Lamont Roach, but he's a good fighter.
Lastly, for me, another fighter that you're promoting, world champion Jaron Ennis. I know it's been little bits of bats with Ortiz.
With the Tank, Davis has made it clear that before he steps away from boxing, he wants to fight specific opponents. Among those on his wish list are Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Teofimo Lopez. This suggests that despite retirement talks, Davis still has major fights in mind. If these fights happen, they could cement his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of this generation.
So realistically, how much longer do you see yourself being a fighter? How many more years you think?
It depends. I got some people I want to get.
Like who?
I don't want to say their names, but...
Just say yes or no. Haney?
Yes.
Lomachenko?
Yes.
Teofimo?
Yes. Not really so much Teofimo.
Not so much?
Nah.
How come?
Because it's like, I don't know. Just, he ain't really like... I mean, if the fight, like, prevents itself, then yeah, but other than that...
It's not on your list.
Yeah, it's not on my... He's not.
Kambosos? No? Is there anyone I'm missing, or is that it?
Yeah, but I don't want to say his name.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another one.
Davis reiterated that his retirement talk isn't about quitting for good. He just wants to take a break. The pressure of being a top fighter, constantly training, and always being under the spotlight can be exhausting.
Have you have you had any thoughts like, maybe I was tripping a bit?
Yeah, I do be having those thoughts.
Yeah.
But it's also, too, I want to get myself together, though.
Which is much more important.
Yeah, I really want to get myself together, like, not retire, but take a break, you know? But the only thing is, well, I ain't gonna lie. I already made a promise.
Devin Haney doesn't believe Tank is truly retiring. He laughed at the idea, saying that it's unlikely to happen. Haney also acknowledged that Tank's fight against Lamont Roach was a good opportunity for Roach. However, Haney seems to be suggesting that there are bigger fights ahead and that Davis isn't done yet. Reaction to Tank. retiring, he's retiring what you said. He not retiring, that's a lot of big F to be made out there. And a Tank knows that I don't think he go and retire, with a lot of unfinished business. What do you make of the Tank versus Roach fight? Do you think it's a fight that Tank should have at this fight? A point of his Gino comment. What do you make of a Tank row? I'm Roach. Like, we've been cool since we was in the amateurs, so I'm happy that he got the opportunity, and that's all I can say. And what about Tank Shakur? If that fight happens in the future, who do you see winning? It's a good fight for boxing. I think that we should all be fighting each other. That's what boxing is about. The best fighting the best.
Reaction to Tank retiring.
He's retiring?
That's what he said.
Nah, he's not retiring. It's a lot of big fights to be made out there, and Tank knows that. I don't think he's gonna retire. With a lot of unfinished business.
What do you make of the Tank versus Roach fight? Do you think it's a fight that Tank should have at this point of his career?
No comment.
What do you make of a Tank?
I'm Lamont Roach. We've been cool since we was in the amateurs. So I'm happy that he got the opportunity, and that's all I can say.
And what about Tank Shakur? If that fight happens in the future, who do you see winning?
It's a good fight for boxing. I think that we should all be fighting each other. That's what boxing is about. It's the best fighting the best.
3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin. That would be Shakur and Tank Davis himself. You got the last one right. That's the only person that could beat me, Gervonta Davis. That's the only person them underscore cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I told you it's a 5,050 fight. Ain't number 50-50 fight. Underscore, how you gonna keep me off? You ain't got no power. I was also told that. Dying got the best of you in the last sping session. I spotted him twice right, took him out the ring, almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you? I hear that, okay, tell to Devin and his dad to get off my dick, tell damn. Be prepar is after these first 2, underscore. Oh man, I'm coming straight at underscore, I'm telling you.
Right now, have more skills than me. Nobody. Talking about top to bottom list of fighters that's fighting on TV.
So what I gotta do with you being, I guess, embarrassing? Cause again, we seen you make posts on a story the fight not happening.
Cause I don't never wanna, me not doing my job, all the way, me not training all the way, me not, So that's what made me, so I was supposed to been in camp, and I wasn't in camp, so it was me, all right, fuck it. It pissed me off so bad that I was all right, I don't even want to fight no more.
I get what you're saying.
I just said, not even thinking, having that, I go straight to the point. I was mad as that I wasn't, where I was supposed to be at.
What motivates you to, I guess, get these fights? Because even on a press conference, I seen you was cool. And again, you gave dude mad respect, but his camp start yapping off in the mouth, and it's you lost it.
Yeah.
Is that an extra motivational factor?
Nah, it just me. Yeah. Cause I always want to prove that they're not who they say they is. That's my main, especially when you know. Cause you can read it. Even the guys that they wanted me to fight, I could read.
Tank expressed frustration with modern boxing fans, saying that many don't truly understand the sport. He believes that fans today simply support whoever they like rather than analyzing the skills and talent of fighters. He feels that proving himself to such an audience is pointless. Davis has made it clear that his desire for retirement isn't just about boxing, it's about his mental well-being. He has mentioned that he wants therapy and doesn't want to think about fighting again. This suggests that his decision to step away is deeply personal and not just about the sport itself.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
What are your thoughts on the things that Gervonta Tank Davis is saying right now? He wants to fight this fight and then he wants to disappear from boxing, from fame. He wants to do therapy and never have to think about fighting again.
When you're sitting there and every single day someone new is calling you out or they want you to fight this guy, it's probably tough. Like I said earlier, once you've made your money, it must be very hard to want to keep going. Once you're set for life, it's like you've put all this effort in your whole life of waking up every day, running, sparring, training. You got the money and now you have so much fame, it's hard to go out in public. You put all this work in, it's probably nice to finally enjoy it, you know?